just like a kind of a gross like monster on the ground, like a two-headed, three-headed monster, and he can take all these different forms, and it's very grotesque. I do understand it, but
I like the grotesque sometimes. I liked the leper in the first one a lot. Like the design for the leper was very, very good.
Yeah, and there was a little bit in the second episode where one of the kids is in a grocery store, and this like random man keeps being, so
Pennywise.
Yeah, so I do miss the clown.
Yeah,
I do feel like that's.
I would miss the clown too. I think I haven't worked my way around it. I've been trying to watch Severance.
Oh.
Yeah.
I got through like the second episode of the season 2, and I couldn't.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm about to start season 2.
Yeah.
I rewatched season 1. Yeah. It's been a long time.
Season 1 was incredible.
Yeah.
I watched it to and from Italy, and it was like perfect timing. I was on the plane. I was like, so I could really lock in, and then I was like, oh, you guys are really taking a, you give somebody an inch, they're taking a mile, is what I kind of thought. I was like, yeah, well.
Well, maybe. I'm excited. I'll give you my take on it. I watched season 1 back when it came out, and I told everybody about it, and nobody watched it. I can't stress this enough. Nobody watched it. And then, 3 years passed, because that's how long it takes to make a fucking season of TV nowadays. And then season 2 came out, and then those same people were texting me, Shelby, have you seen Severance? You'd love it. It's right up your alley. And I got so mad that I didn't watch season 2 out of spite. Yeah. But now I'm back, and I'm ready to watch. I've rewatched season 1, and I'm gonna watch season 2. Probably gonna start it tonight.
I'm gonna have a lot of time in the next couple of weeks. Just sitting.
I don't think you are. I think you're gonna have the opposite of a lot of time.
What's it gonna? It's just gonna sit there and eat. There's got to be something on the TV. So
okay.
that's why I've been. Welcome to Darius. I was excited.
Yeah.
But if we're not doing the clown.
Yeah, I get you.
I don't know. It's synonymous with Pennywise.
I like the clown.
I did, I guess it's not Pennywise. I'm sure it has some other name. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. I'll check it out sometime, I'm sure. Yeah. Not just yet.
It's all right. But when somebody commented on our Spotify asking if we were going to watch it. So. Oh,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I want to let them know that I've watched it.
Yeah.
And
Anthony's watched it. He misses the clown.
I'm a hater.
Write that down.
I think maybe I'm just a hater on everything.
You sometimes are a hater. What did you think about the hunting party? Speaking of being a hater. Wow. Yeah. I figured.
yeah. You're going to hate my response.
Yeah. Not much. Well, we had 7 Minutes in Heaven with Jack and Locke in the gun closet. That's nice.
Yeah.
We had Michael running away. Actually, I feel like you can hate most of this episode except for we didn't get his name again, did we?
Who?
Beard other.
Oh my gosh.
Did he say his name? Because I know his name, but I don't remember.
Bring my backpack in. I don't even have my notes. No.
Do you want to go get your notes?
No.
Zeke was a nickname. Zeke was Sawyer being a dick.
No, I'm not going to worry about it. It's all right.
You don't need them?
No, I can remember.
I can entertain the masses while you go and get your notebook.
No, I can remember.
Wow.
Yeah.
Eidetic memory over here.
He called him Zeke. He said, we're not done, Zeke.
Yeah, I think that was a nickname because that's not, I know his name and that's not it. So I'm assuming, but I didn't get the nickname if it was like a reference to something.
I didn't.
I thought about my stepmom's dog from my childhood who was named Zeke, and he was a very sweet boy.
So I thought about Bob's Burgers.
Oh, is there a Zeke on there?
Jimmy Jr.'s best friend.
Oh, okay.
Zeke, yeah.
Yeah, I think I know who you mean. I've seen a handful of that.
Okay.
Yeah. Zeke.
I thought that was his name though.
No. Oh yeah, it's Zeke.
But it's he loves to give people he called Locke, Mr. Clean.
Yeah, I've been waiting.
So I was like, surely
I'll really good one.
Surely I'll get the Zeke reference.
I don't know. Maybe let me see. I don't have my laptop. We are a mess today.
We are a mess.
But that's okay. But I'll see really quickly if you want to keep talking about something. If I can find out what it's referencing, if it's referencing something.
I don't really need my notes because I wasn't super in love with anything that was happening.
Jeez. What about all the others' lore?
Mate, I mean, am I supposed to be in love with that little scene?
We got some information. There's a bunch of them.
He
said, light them up. I like that a lot. I thought that was really cunty.
Okay, while you're looking that up, can you do me a favor?
I would love to.
Hit it.
Yeah, because he's got all those knives like Daniel Boone. We're in the air. We're flying through the skies. We've got turbines going, and the little fans inside them are whirring, and they're sucking up birds and clouds out of the sky and grinding them into paste and then putting them out into the air behind them. And what else do I know about airplanes? It's all made of metal, but it's somehow in the air in a way that affronts God. And there's several flight attendants. They're all prettier than you could ever dream of being. And they're coming up and down the aisles with ginger ale and champagne and little bags of pretzels because peanuts are a no-go anymore. Nut allergies are the silent killer. We're flying to we're flying to Maine.
Oh, because we were talking
about Welcome to Derry. We're not flying to the Maine airport, wherever that is, your Portland or whatever. There is a Portland, Maine. There is a Portland, Maine. It's not Portland, Oregon that I'm talking about. Don't give me that look.
I was just in Portland, Maine, like 2 months ago.
Hey, Anthony was just in Portland, Maine, so don't lie to me. We're flying to Maine. We're going to eat some lobster, and then we're going to head back to Knoxville, I think.
Okay. It seems like a good
we're just going to fly to Stephen King's house. We're just going to land in his backyard. He'll be cool with it.
It would have been fine if he was in charge of this episode.
Wow, you're a hater of this one for real.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we did so much good work with Echo and everything moving forward. I feel like this was...
You want huge plot to happen every single episode.
I do. And I am definitely going to end up being a victim of like the modern way
That's scary.
What?
I'm so sorry. We have a message from Kapunkt that says, Shelby, have you seen Severance? We were just talking about Severance.
That is nerve-wracking.
Right before we turned the cameras on. I was telling Anthony, I watched season 1 back when it came out. Loved it. Right up my alley. Tried to get everyone I knew to watch it. No one would. Years pass. Season 2 starts. Those same people that wouldn't watch season 1 are texting me like, Shelby, have you seen Severance? It pissed me off. Anyway.
No.
That's all.
Oh, yeah, that is.
It made me mad.
Kind of.
Did you see the one below it?
No, I don't know.
That's kind of nerve-wracking.
I can't read.
Yeah, that we immediately
Zeke's name
did that.
isn't revealed until the season 2 finale. That makes sense.
Yeah,
I have to temper saying it every time I talk about him, though. Beard Man.
Yeah, Beard Man.
Man.
Okay. Yeah,
Sorry.
no, I wasn't a huge fan. It wasn't bad. It felt like we had done so much good work with like Echo and everything was moving forward. Then all of a sudden we just took a massive step backwards and we spent 28 minutes with Jack in a random surgery that I don't know if that's going to matter later. And then Julie Bowen later. So
I noticed I didn't think of that surgery as foreshadowing until this watch when I was watching it. And I paid a little bit more closer attention. I said, do you know that gif of Leonardo DiCaprio from One Night in Hollywood? What's the name of that fucking movie?
Yeah, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
He's like, that was me. Yeah. And he's holding a can of beer and he's got a cigar or something in his mouth. He's like, that was me. So the surgery he was performing on that man is a funny little piece of foreshadowing.
Is
kind
it
of for no reason.
Is it impactful or just...
It's impactful next time it happens to somebody else.
Okay, so so he's gonna have to do something like that where somebody on the
similar,
island,
yeah,
right? But
maybe. Who could say?
Is that moment made better because of what we spent that much time doing?
No, but in defense of Jack's flashbacks in this episode, his flashbacks in this episode by far are not the most exciting flashbacks, not the most exciting Jack flashbacks, and his are often stinkers. But I do think that there's something to be had there in terms of Jack's character development and kind of tying a little bow on his and Sarah's marriage and giving us the confirmation for how it fell apart. We know that they weren't married anymore. But this gives us, and it also gives us an example of a certain like through line happening of Jack fucking up, Jack owning up to it and apologizing, and then it not mattering that he owned up to it and apologized. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He kisses Gabriella. He comes home. He can't keep a lid on it. As soon as Sarah even broaches the topic of like, well, what about that daughter that he had? He breaks and tells her immediately, apologizes. And she's like, well, I am leaving you, and I have been cheating on you for a while, actually. And I feel like that happens to Jack often on the island. Jack makes a mistake and then tries to do the right thing, and then that kind of gets undercut by someone else not doing the right thing.
Gosh, there's like... I
do have to play devil's advocate with you sometimes. I'm sorry.
No.
I don't really care for Jack as much as the other characters either, but...
There's like 5 things there that I feel like I want to touch on. One, my boy in a vulnerable woman yet again. We're just going to keep doing this.
All he ever wants.
Okay. And the other one was we talked about him hiding the fact that he lost his ring to Sarah, but he's like going to own up all of a sudden. Now he's really honest. The other one is, I'm trying to go through all the things I was thinking. I wrote down, go Sarah, go girl.
Yeah.
Leave him. And then you said he was being cheated on.
He wasn't present in the marriage in the first place.
She is seeing someone else.
Well, yeah, typically that is cheating.
It is cheating, but and he's just, that whole sequence, I was like, go Sarah.
Wow.
Go get someone who loves you.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to do this.
And her last words to him being, there always has to be something that you need to fix, or some paraphrase of that.
There's something you have to fix. You always need something
You always need something to fix, yeah. And that's exactly, it's not, the marriage didn't fall apart because Sarah cheated, and it didn't fall apart because Jack kissed Gabriella. It fell apart because Jack wasn't present in the marriage anymore because Sarah was fixed. Sarah was well, and there's not a project there for him anymore, unless you count your silent failing marriage as a failure, which obviously or something to fix, which obviously he didn't.
And I feel like there's an interesting question that gets brought up in the middle of that, like, with Jack on the island, how long are you supposed to be indebted to someone?
Yeah.
And he is going to lord over people because he saved them or because he was the one who put the bandages. Like, how long is he allowed to lord? How long do you have to pay homage to that person? How long do you have to
Who is he lording over for saving them?
So for me, I feel like definitely with Kate. I feel like he saved her in the emotional sense.
He's very condescending to her, yeah.
Very early, and just, I feel like, how long are you indebted to someone?
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, he did save her life, but it's like, you're not giving me a good life now, though.
Right.
Was she supposed to stay there forever? And,
right.
And I did think maybe the one scene where Jack is like working on the x-rays and going through that entire process. And like, I know that was all there to build up a little bit of romantic connection because eventually Jack's going to take advantage of a vulnerable woman. I get that. Right?
Yeah.
Skip that. What do we need that for? You know what I mean? That's kind of where I got like...
Well, he's moseying right on over to Ana Lucia now.
Yeah, of course he is. Because she's alone. And he needs something to fix. He preys on vulnerable women, is what I'm going to say.
Damn.
Oh, come on.
That's a serious indictment of him, but like, yeah.
Just think about the evidence that I have, though.
Yeah. I mean...
Am I supposed to be pumped for anyone that if Jack comes up and starts doing it? Am I supposed to be excited for them that Jack's here? And then the first thing he did was, okay, so we have spent 32 episodes building up a Jack and Kate relationship. And the first time that she challenges maybe their romantic connection, he screams at her. So am I supposed to be excited for Kate to make up with him? No, it stinks.
I have 2 separate notes this week that just say Jack sucks.
Okay.
And I have another note that says Charlie sucks. So it's not that I disagree with you. It's not that I think that Jack is super cool and awesome and well-adjusted. He's not any of those things. I don't know that I agree that he preys on vulnerable. I think that he is very attracted to a vulnerable woman because he is interested in putting them back together, because his whole psyche is wrapped up in his dad and all that bullshit about, you've got to have what it takes and you've got to be the bigger man and all this. And so, yeah, he does only find self-worth in himself when he is actively fixing something or has fixed something. And I think that's why he approaches his romantic relationships the way that he does. But He does suck.
I'm just saying.
And he was a dick to Kate this episode, and he was a dick to Sarah this episode, and he was kind of a dick to Gabriella this episode too.
If you're trying to fix someone all the time, a woman in a really tough spot,
yeah,
the habit is becoming too apparent.
Yeah.
I
see what you mean.
It just doesn't, it's not a good look.
No.
I know that like maybe we're going to pretend like it's noble that he is trying to fix people. Mm-hmm. You should just leave them alone. Let them get healthy on their own. And then maybe if the connection is there, you can find them. You don't need to be the person to just rescue everyone in these really tough moments, because people are able to make bad decisions, and he's always right there. It's just a theme. Mm-hmm. Okay.
No, I get it. I'm with you, and I get it, and I agree. I do, on the subject of Jack, we had a really interesting Jack and Christian moment this episode, I think, where Christian picked up that Jack and Gabriella were being a little bit inappropriate, like flirting and you know, being a little bit too close for a doctor and patient's relative to be, and calls him out on it and is like, hey, man, you can't be doing that. I don't remember exactly what he says. And Jack's like, it's nothing ever any different than what you've done, you whore of a father. And Christian goes, well, I don't remember what he says. I didn't put the exact quote.
It's okay for some people, but not for you.
Yeah, exactly. And that, from Jack's perspective, in that moment of his life, is like, oh, my dad has these fucking unrealistic expectations of me again, like he always does my whole life. But us, having seen all of Jack's story so far and so much of Christian's story so far, including Christian's scenes with Sawyer, we know that it's Christian talking about how Jack is a better man than he is. And so he has to hold himself to different standards because he knows that his son is a better man than he is. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, it's great.
I think all the Jack and Christian conversations and flashbacks are so interesting because you can absolutely see that Christian was a terrible father, but the show gives you insight into why and what is going on for him. And
was there a parallel with the pregnancy test where like Jack didn't want to have kids? It seemed like Sarah wanted to have kids, or was the marriage falling apart and that's why?
My read on it was that the marriage was falling apart. Sarah's already seeing someone else, I think, at that point, obviously, and planning to leave him. Jack is never home. He's always at the hospital trying to fix somebody's spine. I don't think that either of them really wanted kids. I think you could see, or in that moment at least, I think you can see Jack's panic when she first mentions like that her period was late and then she took a test. And then she's like, oh no, don't worry, it was negative.
Yeah.
He's like, well, should we talk about it? And well, what is there to talk about? I think that Sarah was being more realistic about their relationship. Like, obviously we cannot have a kid right now in this horrible marriage. And Jack's maybe still clinging on to hope. Like, oh, maybe I can fix this by doing nothing. And by having a baby, we can fix this. But
okay, it's early.
Yeah.
We are in the 11th episode of season 2.
We are.
Can I ask you a question?
Please.
Why is Jack good?
Yeah.
Evidence, like without, like, from where I'm coming from, not because of what everybody who's listening knows that happens later.
Jack?
What has he done so far that, I mean, yes, I mean, of course he's the doctor, but like he, you know, why is he a good dude? Why should I be rooting for Jack?
Jack is a man who tries to do the right thing in every situation, and he fails almost every time.
100% of the time.
Yeah, I like Jack a lot because he is not, quote unquote, the hero in the way that a lot of television protagonists are. He is the hero in many ways. He's positioned that way within the show's narrative. He fucks up all the time. He's an asshole when he's under any amount of pressure. He treats the people around him as nuisances until they need him. And those are all huge flaws. But at the end of the day, Jack will do anything he can to help one of the survivors that needs help. I think that that's really demonstrated and it's just the way his mind works. With the Michael thing this episode, Michael locks Jack and John in the closet, takes guns, runs off looking for Walt. John, the whole time, Locke is like, he's not going to come back with us. He doesn't want to. That's very obvious that he wants to look for his boy and that's it. Like, he's not, this is a fool's errand, even if we find him. And Jack says, oh, well, we can't just abandon him. He thinks of his presence as necessary to, and that's also a flaw in many ways. But at the end of the day, like, he is going to go after Michael. He is going to do it. And even when Zeke stops them and is like, I'll kill you if you go past this fucking spot, he's like, well, I'm going to anyway. You obviously don't have that many people as before they light the torches. He is willing to do whatever it takes to help somebody. And he thinks that Michael needs his help in this moment. And he's probably wrong. But yeah, that's my answer. That's my long-winded answer.
And I think it's really good. Him always wanting to do what's best for everybody else puts exponentially more people in harm's way. Mm-hmm. He has never once. So him inserting himself in this Michael situation with Locke telling him, you don't need to. Instead of him listening or being docile or agreeable or just rational in any human capacity, he put 4 people in danger. So is that to me?
Yeah, a little bit.
What did he do? Okay, so him trying to help everyone and he's gonna find Michael and Walt. He didn't.
Yeah.
And everyone was in more danger because Jack inserts himself into every single situation.
He does.
No one's safer if he's trying to help. No one. He's not helping anybody.
Sure. I want to come at this first with, I would not like Jack if he did everything right. I would not like Lost probably if Jack did everything right and if Jack was the perfect hero and if Jack made the correct choice every time. I would not like him. I would probably not like Lost at all. I personally, and I'm a huge TV guy. I'm a huge media guy in general. I watch a lot of movies. I watch a lot of TV shows. I get very involved in the fandom side of things. I want my protagonists and I want really all of my characters to be deeply flawed people because otherwise there's not an interesting story. So again, I like Jack because he is a huge fuck up that messes things up over and over again until he gets it right. And I like Jack because he makes rash decisions that put people in danger and make the show exciting. However, for this bit, you're talking about he puts 4 people in danger and all this. He didn't put a gun to anybody's head and tell them to come with him, first of all. Second of all, he didn't even want Sawyer to come. Sawyer was just like, well, Michael's my friend. We went on that trip together. I'm coming. He didn't want Kate to come at all. She followed him because she's Kate. And kind of, by the way, as a Kate lover, kind of fucked everything up by following them.
Can't wait to do that. We'll table that for a second, but keep going.
Yeah. Which is a very Kate thing to do and is perfectly in her character and something that I love that she did. But she did, like, follow them and kind of fuck it up. And I think that it makes sense for Jack to be mad at her at the end of it. He maybe shouldn't treat her the way that he does, but it totally makes sense for him to have been in that position where he kind of had the upper hand taken away from him when Zeke was like, oh, bring her over. And it's Kate and she's tied up and she's gagged and she's got a gun to her head and it ruins everything because he can't let Kate die. Sawyer's with him. Sawyer can't let Kate die. Locke might, but he's not going to.
But he really likes Kate too.
He does. Everybody likes Kate. She's beautiful and fun.
Fit as a fiddle too.
And fit as a fiddle.
It feels like she's getting in better shape as the show
Those
goes on.
giant shoulders.
It's insane.
Anyway, never mind. And so, yeah, Jack went on a terrible idiot mission through the jungle. Some people came with him of their own volition. I don't judge that as him putting their lives at risk to save Michael. Jack was going to go after Michael regardless. His friends and the people that trust him came with him because they wanted to. You know what I mean?
100%. I feel like that was probably a good thing for me to hear.
And that's what makes Jack a leader. Jack is not telling people. Jack is not Ana Lucia. He's not like, you do this, you come with me, unless he needs to be. Like 90% of the time, it's like Jack's going, I think we should do this. And people are like, yes, we should. I'll come with you.
Yeah.
He's not a tyrant about it.
And I think on like the very first thing, it would be like, I don't know if everybody should listen to him. I mean, there's some evidence maybe they should.
For sure.
But to your exact point.
But they respect him and they love him. They've been on this island with him for months. He's their friend now.
You know what makes this show fun?
The community.
The community and the fact that like he is a flawed character.
Yeah.
I do like coming on and talking about all the things he does wrong. And you know what? I like watching the show because of that.
Yeah.
And I know
it
probably,
makes me appreciate Jack.
It probably makes me seem like a hater, but like that's what makes him a great character is because you and I can sit here and have two very different opinions on it.
Yeah.
Like, that's what makes him great, and that's a very fun character. So
yes, I've said this from the beginning that one of the primary reasons I love Lost as much as I do is that every single character who is on the show for more than 2 episodes is going to have a moment or two where they do something and you're like, what an idiot, what an asshole, I hate this guy. And then 5 episodes later, they'll be doing something that you're like crying over and like, oh, wow, I'm so glad that so-and-so did this. You know what I mean? Everyone is so complex and has so much depth to them as a character that it makes the show very exciting all the time. Yeah. Even if nothing's really going on, you have really cool character work happening.
And I just don't want to pretend that I don't like Jack. Obviously, I do. I talk about him every single episode. Like know what I mean? But I'm saying, like, let's not pretend like it's not a character that I am deeply invested in.
Right.
I mean, there's a lot of things that I disagree with, but like, I talk about him every single week. That's a good character.
Even when Jack's not in an episode, you're like, Jack wasn't here.
That's what
Thank
I'm saying.
God.
That he's a great character because of that reason. So I don't want it to be that way, but it's, I feel like the show is subverting my expectations so much because I am expecting him, because he is the face and because he is the leader, to be a certain way.
Yeah.
And he's not. But gosh darn, he's still compelling. I'm still talking about him every single week. Even if right now I hate him, I might like him 3 episodes from now. Like, he's still a great character. I don't think anyone should follow him to do anything, though,
But they're going to, because he's their friend. It's not just him being the leader. It's them being a community of people who are like slowly becoming a found family of survivors who have no one to depend on but each other. There are, I feel like, a lot of moments that we don't see of, them all becoming closer and caring about each other.
And I feel like a little bit of a subplot with the island is everybody through the flashbacks has portrayed a certain, not deficiency, but like a certain behavior that they're trying to disrupt. He is doing everything he can to disrupt, right? He is all of a sudden now listening to other people and he's doing, and like Kate runs away. Now she's getting close to people. Sawyer is always putting people at a distance. Now he's getting closer.
Oh, yeah.
Hurley doesn't believe in good luck. And then now he's like kind of finding Libby. He's finding some friends. Charlie has always felt alone. And then now he's finding purpose through Claire and Aaron. So
You've done it. You've broke Lost down to its bare essentials.
No, I mean, I do feel like the island is taking what these people struggle with and giving them an opportunity to do better or fix that or
for sure
find themselves in the midst of it. The island has been good for everyone except for Saeed.
Saeed's having a really bad week, and that's expected. And it was so sweet. I loved this scene where Charlie and Hurley, by the way, are having the worst conversation listening to Geronimo Jackson, and Hurley's kind of, let's get into this first. Hurley's kind of like, Libby's kind of cute, and I think she's kind of feeling me.
I called that last week.
I know. You were right. And he's like, she's cute and she's feeling me a little bit. What should I do, Charlie? And Charlie's like, do you think Claire misses me? I wish Claire still loved. And I fucking hated him in that scene. And then they're playing some shitty record, and Saeed comes in and he's like, what music is this?
It's depressing.
Like, it's music. He's like, this music is really depressing, guys. And they're like, I'm so sorry, grieving widower friend of ours. Let's change it to Geronimo Jackson. And it was nice, just little for Saeed to not be important this episode. It was a nice little Saeed moment of him I assume he stuck around and hung out with Charlie and Hurley for a little while.
Even still, he has such a gravitas when he walks in. Like he's so very heavy. No, I know.
Naveen Andrews is so good. He's so good, and he's so good not only just as an actor delivering lines, but he's such a good nonverbal actor. He can come in, even before he said anything in that scene, you could feel like the weight on his shoulders and the heaviness in his heart. Yeah.
He was slumped over the correct amount and just felt like his face had not slept in days.
Yeah.
And I was like, as soon as I saw him, I was like, oh no, I forgot about Saeed.
It's okay. He's still the GOAT. He's still the GOAT. We just wait.
Yeah.
He's going to get an upswing soon. Where do you want to go? I feel like we could go a few places. Michael's crash out in the first place. We could go to Kate.
We can definitely start with Michael. Like, because I have said many times, everybody just escalates every situation. And my boy just went bananas.
Yeah.
Just tell him what you're doing. Lock him in there.
He's being groomed on the internet by the others or whatever. It's what it feels like. It's what it feels like. He's a 40-year-old man, obviously, but like he's chatting online with what he thinks is his son. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. And now he's picking up guns and kidnapping people in the closet and running off. I think he's being groomed on AOL chat, and that's just the reality of the situation.
I'm so sorry. This is probably an offline thing. I have a banana story.
Okay.
I saw my mamaw, my grandmother, her best friend, who has been married to this man for 58 years, stole $18,000.
You're just going to say this on air.
Okay. I don't think they're going to listen.
Okay. Her husband stole this money?
No. The wife.
The wife, okay.
To meet a Nigerian prince.
Oh.
And waited at the airport for 5 days.
Oh, my
Stole
gosh.
all of their money. And like, it just...
It actually makes
the internet's tough.
It actually makes me so untenably sad when old people get scammed.
It's so bad. Yeah.
So bad.
So they had to check her into a home. It was just the most absurd story I've ever heard. Yeah. I don't think they're going to be listening. But yeah.
If you are, I'm sorry for
we're not making fun.
Airing out the laundry.
Tough. Yeah, so he got trapped by the internet.
Yeah.
And
he was groomed on Roblox.
Why escalate the situation though? Because Jack's definitely going to follow. Everyone's going to come, but
right.
I would assume, because the last episode ended with "come here." Mm-hmm. I would assume the end of it said "by yourself."
Yeah, I think that there were probably more instructions that we missed, and those instructions included "come armed, come alone." But I don't know for sure.
And then I got stuck right back into like what I always say. Just tell them.
Right. But then we wouldn't have a fun show to watch.
It's not a very good TV show if he just tells them exactly what happened, right? Hold them at gunpoint. That's more interesting.
Yeah. The moment where they're leaving to go look for him and Kate kind of throws a little fit. She's like, "Where's my gun? Or am I not allowed to come? Why are you making me stay here?" All rightfully so. And Jack is a bitch and is like, "No, stay. You're not coming." Sawyer looks back at her, and I think for just a second he was thinking about pulling the same thing he did in season 1 and being like, "Well, she can take my gun and I'll stay here." But then he didn't want to because he also wants to protect her. He's just not as loud about it as Jack. But I think for a second he was like, "Well,
okay,
if she really wants to go, I could swap places with her, but I'm not going to."
You felt a moment when he looked at her like that? Mm-hmm. I did too. I didn't know what that moment was. I thought he was going to stand up to Jack, maybe.
Yeah.
I thought there was something there. Like,
I thought he was either going to stand up to Jack and be like, "Let her come. We can go get another gun right now. We're right outside." Or be like, "Well, she can take my gun and I'll stay and press the button."
Okay, can I ask this? Because I did write this down.
Yeah.
What a weird time for Locke to start asking about Sawyer's name.
Wasn't it?
What? Why?
Who could say? Who knows? Who could say?
And of course he's interested. I mean, it's a very interesting thing.
Yeah.
Why then?
Right. I don't know why then. I don't think. Well, maybe just Locke and Sawyer haven't really interacted one-on-one much, I think is a big part of it. And then Sawyer was gone for a long time and then came back and was sick and now he's up again. And so this is kind of like, other than the Boar episode, they haven't really interacted at all.
Okay.
So that would be my explanation for why now. As for why.
I was like, we're doing. So there's a reason.
Oh, yeah. There's a reason, and the reason is my favorite season 3 episode.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I guess the only thing I could come up with was Locke is like feeling the tension between Jack and Sawyer because it was bananas.
It was awful.
It was awful. It was really hard to watch. I was like, get over it, guys. Let's just move on.
Hug each other.
Yeah, do something.
Put on a get along shirt.
So
kiss with tongue.
Yeah. Did not say that.
I know I did.
Yeah, I know you did.
Just ways they could make up.
I was just kind of curious, like why he's asking about his name right now. Seems like a weird time, and they didn't have a ton of time to talk about it, which I thought was on purpose. Why are they not talking about it? It was a whole thing.
Yeah. I can't say shit. Who could say what?
But I'm onto something.
You're onto something.
I always
You're onto something, I think. It all depends, but I think you are.
Okay.
Yeah. There are like little details I'm forgetting, but yeah. Yeah. Do you want to talk about Jen's cute hat?
I just want to talk about their whole relationship.
I love them in this episode, but I do want to talk about his cute hat first. Wasn't he cute in that little bucket hat?
Adorable. I'm gonna clip that.
And he didn't like it at all. He didn't like it. Don't clip that. He didn't like it at all. He was rolling his eyes about it. But then Hurley came over and was like, "I like your hat." Or maybe it wasn't Hurley. Somebody.
No, it was Hurley.
Yeah, it was Hurley.
And I thought it was funny because it's kind of a fisherman's hat.
Yeah.
You know,
it's a little bucket hat. My dad went through a phase where he wore a bucket hat every day for like 2 years, and then he stopped altogether. Oh. I think he was sensitive about his hair.
Oh, well, that'll do it.
I don't know.
I just enjoyed their entire, like, especially when she was saying, I've been told what to do for 4 years. And you know what he did? Immediately accepted that and responded correctly.
Yeah.
My guy is perfect.
What I really liked about them in this episode is that they posed a perfect and flawless juxtaposition to Sarah and James's marriage, or Sarah and Jack's marriage. By
who's James?
Well, Sawyer is James, but
okay.
I just said the wrong name. There's a James and a John and a Jack, and sometimes I get confused.
And a Jen.
And a Jen, yeah. But Jen and Son were like having a little bit of a problem, and then they talked openly about it and worked through it and were honest with each other and respectful to one another and moved past it. No problem, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Whereas, and it was really just a perfect like opposing parallel to Jack and Sarah like being silent and cold with each other.
Yeah.
Like the scene where he comes home and she's getting up was just so like it makes you kind of, it's uncomfortable in here.
No, and I thought it was really important that he was able to listen, because we did spend the first half of the first season with him being a very rigid, non-listening type husband.
Yeah.
And then now he is just responding to everything she says. He's like, I don't want to be told what to do. But he's responding. He is doing what she says to do. Yeah. I love that. I thought it was
even
very
the way
special.
he approached that though was like really calm and centered, and he was like, listen, I just want to let you know that I don't really like being told what to do. Like he even just approached that complaint really respectfully.
Me what to do all the time.
I tell everybody what to do. That's why I direct. Yeah, they're just
perfect.
OTP, the flawless couple. And you can tell that they have really put a lot of work into their marriage since they crashed, given where they started, which I love.
And again, I feel like the island has given a lot of people a chance to right the wrongs that were happening maybe before they got there.
Sounding a lot like John Locke.
Well, I don't want to hear that.
You are. That's something he would say. That's something he would say verbatim, I think.
Yeah.
Wow.
I like Locke. I
love Locke.
He's very docile right now.
He's playing it smart. You're mad at Jack for running off into the jungle.
I'm not mad
You're mad at Locke for being too docile. What do you want, man?
Yeah, nobody said that I was mad. I feel like he's taken a back seat, and I'm kind of pumped for him.
Yeah.
I feel like he got a little bit over his skis for a while, and now he's watching a little bit more. He's taking more information in than he was before. He was going off the hip a little too quick recently.
Yeah, he was.
Nobody's mad at Locke.
Good.
Nobody's mad at Locke.
What episode was this?
11.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, season 2, episode 11.
I forgot my laptop today, so I'm having to look it up on my phone, and it's harder. Oh, God. Okay.
Oh, I did want to bring one thing up.
Yeah, tell me.
Get Kate all the way out of here with following.
Oh, man.
I was so annoying.
She's going to do it. It's perfectly in character. It's absolutely what she's going to do.
Duh.
It did ruin everything. Did you catch?
Duh.
Did you catch what Zeke said? I wasn't going to bring it up at all, but now I thought you would bring it up first.
She was following you.
Before that. Right before.
This is our island, not your island?
Yeah, he says that. And then, oh my gosh, you didn't catch it at all then. So maybe I should just let it go.
No.
Never mind.
Give me a second. Give me some context. What am I looking for? Because I remember most of that conversation.
Yeah, so they do the whole light them up. See how many of us there are. And so they've got a little bit of an edge over our friends, Jack and Sawyer and Locke. And then he says something else. Jack's like, whoa, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, yeah. And then he calls for Kate to be brought out.
Was it the whole...
What does he say when he calls for Kate to be brought out?
The curiosity with the cat?
Damn, you missed it. It's all good. I don't think I can... just give it to you.
Dang it.
Should I?
God, no,
Chat,
no.
should I just give it to him?
No, I was
Kapunk knows what I'm talking about.
I was locked into that conversation.
Yeah.
I just missed it.
He calls for someone to bring her out. Who does he call to bring her out? Golly.
I did. I missed it.
This is crazy.
This
is the worst moment of my life. This is heartbreaking. I was so excited to talk about this exactly, but it's okay.
I missed it.
Dang.
Gosh darn. I didn't mean to. You know, it was a total accident.
Yeah.
No, I missed it.
Yeah. Dang. That's crazy. Well, I guess you'll just have to wait and see. What did Kapunk say? Kapunk says I should tell you.
Okay. Well, because I'm going to be able to go back and watch it right away.
So he says, Alex, bring her out. Oh my gosh! Where are we?
What is that?
We've heard Alex mentioned. We've not met Alex. Alex has been heavily mentioned, though. Joey doesn't watch the show. Don't look at Zoe.
Why am I missing Alex? Why do I not know who that is?
This is crazy. I'm going to call the cops.
No, because I know? Or
You do. We've talked about Alex. I'm freaking out. I'm like, my hands are shaking.
I'm freaking out too because I was like, you know, this is the hard part about being live on camera.
Yeah.
What am I missing?
Sorry
Just
for
tell
putting
me.
you here.
Tell me when we've talked about it.
Yeah, we
what am I
talked
missing?
about Alex in the season 1 episode Solitary, where one of my favorite episodes. Well, let me explain.
Is that the Saeed episode?
That is a Saeed episode, and he met. Who did he meet in that episode? He met her first before anybody else met her, but then other people met her later. My queen. My mommy. No? Danielle Rousseau. Danielle
That's
Rousseau.
gonna be a tough screenshot of just my mouth wide open.
You have to clip this.
My
Danielle
mouth.
Rousseau. You know her?
Yeah, Rousseau. I know.
And
her.
you're still not remembering what
Don't
Alex
be hurtful. Rousseau. I know Rousseau.
Yes. Rousseau.
Oh, her son.
Her daughter. Yes.
Daughter. But no. Okay. So we did say that I assumed that it was a male.
Yes.
Because Alex.
But then but she said that it was her daughter later when she tried to kidnap Aaron.
My gosh. That's who they're talking about.
16 years ago, a baby was stolen from Rousseau named Alex. Rousseau has no idea what happened to that baby.
But
16 years later, Zeke is in the jungle and he says, Alex, bring Kate out. And we don't see Alex, but we see Kate get brought out.
There is zero world I would have ever remembered that. That is incredible.
That's crazy.
No, that's great. I mean, I do remember obviously talking about like I assumed that Alex was a boy.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
One of them unisex names.
That's who brought Kate out.
Crazy. I thought that they showed her. When he said it, I got so excited because I thought that they showed her like really quick, and I backed it up like 3 times trying to catch a glimpse of Alex. No, but
there's no way. I mean, and here's the thing: I'm paying very close attention to everything.
Clearly, I'm just being a dick for fun.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were doing.
Yeah.
It's I can only remember so much. I'm not going to be, I wait a week and then, you forget one thing at a time. That was like 3 months ago.
Yeah, I was waiting a week. I was waiting months between seasons and stuff.
But I didn't know that. There's no way if when he said Alex, it just would not have registered me that we had talked about that 3 months ago.
Right. Well, beyond all that, kind of exciting.
It's very exciting.
Kind of exciting where that could go, where that could lead.
I was very confused. Like, what is Jack's deal with wanting to start a fight?
He does. He wants to. Well,
there were so many questions he could have asked. Like, okay, It's your island, not our island.
They were.
What do you want from us? What do we do? Like, how do we work together? Why do we have to be at odds? And now he's like trying to start an army.
Mm-hmm. I think part of that is trying to play to Ana Lucia's strengths. I think that he is still trying to fix Ana Lucia, and that means finding something for Ana Lucia to do that gets her involved with the rest of the island, i.e. something she'll be good at, i.e. building an army because she's the angriest woman in the world.
Shooting off a hip.
Yeah. Killing someone in cold blood, something like that. He needs to find a project for her. But I also think that it's that Zeke did not seem friendly. Ethan was a maniac. He has heard from the Tailies and from Michael and from Jen what kind of crazy shit the others were doing on the other side of the island. He runs into the others. He runs into one very foreboding other who Sawyer whispers to him, "This is the guy that shot me." And that foreboding, scary, bearded other shows Jack that he has dozens of men at his disposal right then in that moment. Who knows how many total. I think it's pretty rational to be like, well, okay, we need to get an army ready.
Okay. Because
they're kidnapping people and killing people, and they're very scary. And
super scary.
And Ethan was a monster.
Ethan was his own thing. I feel like they were approaching the situation separately, and I felt like because of the flashbacks, one, they talked about how thorough he was. Jack.
Yeah.
He's not thorough enough to ask any questions. He just immediately...
They had a gun to Kate's head.
Okay. There are options. I feel like he's just not approaching the situation.
What would you do? You go into the jungle looking for your buddy who has run off. A scary man who you've never seen before, but who you know works with the scary tribe of people that have been killing your people, kidnapping your people since day one. You run into him. He shows you that he's got you surrounded. There's no way out of this where you come out on top. He threatens you. He tells you, this is my house and you are here uninvited and you need to defer to me and my people with immense respect. And then he brings out the woman you're in love with a gun to her head. You're going to ask a bunch of questions?
I feel like before he brought Kate out, he said, put your gun down.
Yeah.
And he said no. And he responded with hostility.
Yeah.
She wasn't brought out yet. Why was it? Okay. That's what I would do. If you're asking like legitimately what I would do, that is what I would be. Okay. Seems like I've lost this situation. This is your island. What is happening? How long have you been here? What do I need to do to be like, okay, I have grossly miscalculated the situation.
I respect that's where you're coming from, but these people have killed people that Jack knows. They have kidnapped people that Jack knows. I think it's perfectly in character for Jack to be angry and
I think it's in character.
Not capitulate to anyone's demands in that situation.
You asked what I would do.
Sure.
I would. Yeah, it does seem like your island.
Okay.
What can I do to keep everybody safe? You've killed people. How can I keep everybody safe? Define that person and say, no, I won't put the guns down. Seems like, of course, they're going to bring Kate out. Why is he so defiant? What's he going to do? What evidence do we have that he is going to be able to do anything in any situation?
What evidence do we have that Jack is going to be able to do anything?
No, I'm talking about Jack.
Okay, what evidence then do we have that that Zeke is not going to, when he puts his guns down, take all 3 of them and kill all 3 of them.
We don't.
He doesn't know what happened.
But you're going to lose either way. You know what I'm saying?
Wouldn't you rather lose standing for something?
But he didn't even do that. He still ended up giving up.
Okay. Let's agree to disagree. I think that Jack acted in that moment the best he could, truthfully. He's worried about Michael.
Okay.
He doesn't know what's going to happen to him. And then Kate has a gun to her head. And so, yeah, he'll put his gun down. And then, yeah, he'll go home and say, let's find a way to defend ourselves. I think all that shit adds up.
I think I got a little frustrated because Locke was standing there, and I wish that he would have spoke up and said something. But they weren't asking him the question.
And I think John was going to do something. But then he realized that Zeke knew more than he did. And Zeke was in a better position than he was because they put their guns down. And then Zeke, sorry, I'm getting mad. I really want to call him what his name is.
Why are you upset with me?
I'm not upset with you. I'm upset with having to call this guy Zeke because I can't give you his name until the season 2 finale.
Can I guess a name?
Yeah, guess a name.
Just
guess a first name and then guess a last name. And I'll tell you if either one of them are correct, but I won't tell you which one.
First name.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. First name is Bart.
What's the last name?
Johnson.
Neither are correct. Bart Johnson.
Bart Johnson.
Bart Johnson looks at Locke and is like, the other one too. Because Locke had a gun hidden. He had an extra gun in up his butt or whatever, and Bart Johnson, Zeke.
Bart Johnson.
Bart Johnson, our good friend Bart Johnson, said, you have to give up that gun
Dwayne.
too. It's not Dwayne.
Kind of looks like a Dwayne.
I used to work for a guy named Dwayne, and he sucked.
Well, is this guy great?
Yeah, well, you got a point there. Yeah. It's not Dwayne.
Okay. Well, I just, with the big beard and the hair, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
My Dwayne was, not my Dwayne, my boss Dwayne was clean shaven. He owned the restaurant I worked at.
Okay.
When I was like 19, 20. It was a Chicago beer bar, sports bar.
Oh,
we had pizza. It was awful. It was the worst job I've ever had. I won't name the business, but it was like a small business in my hometown. And Dwayne owned it. And then there were 3 managers, a manager for back of house, a manager for front of house, and a manager for like finances, like bookkeeping and stuff that would fill in for the other managers when needed. And Dwayne would show up every night drunk off his ass and sexually harass every waitress there. And so all 3 managers set him down and they were like, okay, man, you go to rehab or all 3 of us quit right now.
He didn't quit, did he?
No, he said, I'm not going. And so they all quit right then. And then he brought in his son, who, again, I was 19 in this story. His son, who had graduated with me and who had just been kicked out of the University of Memphis for selling coke, he brought him in to take all 3 of their jobs and to be the only manager.
Perfect.
And then I quit. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Perfect.
Right.
I'm glad you got out of there.
It was fine. It was free Chicago dogs and tamales. I mean,
it does not sound fine at all. But I am. Why am I such a Jack?
I don't know.
hater?
I ask that every week.
Okay, what should I look to as I continue watching? Why should I like him?
You asked me this 30 minutes ago.
I know, but I feel like I haven't got the answer yet.
He's an interesting character. He's a deeply flawed protagonist who tries to do his best and who is not very good at accomplishing, what he is setting out to do in a clean and cut way.
I know. It's not your fault. I
know.
I feel like I'm a hater. And
You can be a hater. You're allowed to be a hater.
I like this show enough that I come here every single week and
That's true.
talk about it.
Thank God for that.
I do enjoy the show. I feel like I keep kind of picking the wrong hills to die on, So.
Maybe. I don't think that there's a lot of people who watch the show don't like Jack. I do, because he is interesting to watch, not because he's a guy I would hang out with, but because he's a fun character to watch who makes decisions that keep the storyline engaging. I like him because Matthew Fox is a good actor.
He's really good.
I like him because he is complex. I don't know. Can I talk about something?
Always.
This is weird, and I noticed this watch. And I don't know that it means anything, and I kind of think it doesn't. But when Zeke, Bart Conza, and I really actually almost called him his name that time, is giving his spiel about, you show up at a man's house and don't pay him respect, all that. He says, do you take your shoes off? And I remembered that when they found the hatch and went down in the hatch, Locke took his shoes off when they got down there, and Jack did not. Just something to think about. It was my first time noticing that, but I was like, oh, wow. And I know that, like, obviously Zeke is talking metaphorically. He's like, do you take your shoes off and put them up on the counter and raid his fridge and all that? He's talking about, like, them just running amok on the island without any kind of supervision. But really, though, when they went into the hatch, Locke took his shoes off. Okay. and Jack did not.
That's kind of interesting, because I thought he was talking about the fact that, like, I thought he knew that they went into the Swan and then literally slept on the couch.
Yeah, they did all that.
Raided the fridge, raided all
Shower.
the food. Yeah. So
use the medical supplies and the guns. Yeah.
That's what I thought they were talking about, because, like, why are the others not going to these stations to get all of their supplies?
I don't know.
They're just, like, living in their own world, or, like, there's
maybe we'll find out.
Okay. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's all this stuff was already there, so I thought that they knew.
Is Desmond another?
No.
Thank you for your answer.
No. No, Desmond's not another.
Okay.
Desmond is. No, I'm not going to do a big prediction. I was like, unfortunately thinking, like, Desmond's going to fall in love with Ana Lucia, and it's going to infuriate me.
I want you to walk me through this. This is all I want to talk about for the rest of the episode. How are Desmond and Ana Lucia going to fall in love?
Okay, because they are outsiders. Because when Desmond eventually finds his way back to the team, or whatever, the full frontals, whenever he finds his way back there, he's going to be isolated. They're going to ask him too many questions. He's going to want to be apart from all of that, and then he's going to find the other outsider who's going to be Ana Lucia, and then they will have community, and they will find each other, and then Jack's going to get very upset and then go, straight towards her because, like, maybe they're going to make a little connection along the way, and then Desmond's going to find Ana Lucia. Because they're both going to be on the outside. I don't envision a world when he comes back, they accept him as one of their own.
Yeah,
and
that's fair.
Who is the first person that they're going to find? The very attractive, very emotionally available, distant Ana Lucia.
Yeah. All right, I'm excited. Yeah.
Is that bad?
No prediction is bad. I think it's good when you predict anything. Sometimes they take me off guard.
Okay. I mean, it's probably going to be Kate. I feel like you find a way to get them involved.
So, sorry. So, Ana Lucia and Kate, or Desmond and Kate?
I'm saying.
What about Kate?
Ana Lucia and Desmond first.
Sure.
But if that's wrong, Kate and Desmond. What I really
Doesn't Kate have enough men to choose from?
What does it hurt the story to put one more? Right? Just add another one. What I really want is Desmond and Claire.
Right. Why
is that fun?
I don't know. What am I supposed to say?
Nobody knows how to survive better on the island than Desmond.
Sure.
And if he can find Aaron, then he is the person who has the best capabilities to take care of them. And he seems really kind, and I like Claire, and I want Aaron to have a good life. So
I want to hear every week. I want to hear more about your new ships and who you think should get together.
Do you not remember what it was like to watch the show for the first time?
I do.
It's very hard. I'm just making stuff
and
up.
I love it, and I'm enjoying it, and I'm not making fun of you. I'm laughing and smiling and having a great time.
Are you laughing with me or at me?
Both.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
that seems fair.
Well, because I have the burden of knowledge.
Yeah.
I've eaten from the tree of good and evil. I know all that shit that happens later.
God, you have.
Yeah.
I feel like that's such a tough spot for you.
It is.
It's way
hard every week. Every time I have to call that man Zeke, and I stutter over his actual name.
I think it's way harder for you to just hear all my nonsense and then be like, this is actually what happens.
Yeah. So how would I react if you're saying, okay, let me put you in my brain. You're saying, I want Desmond and Claire to get together. Just that statement. If that is true, if in season 4, Desmond and Claire have a romance arc and fall in love and he becomes Claire's, boyfriend and Aaron's stepdad and all this, how do I react to that statement?
You can't.
Right.
Yeah.
If they never get close in that way, how do I react to that statement?
You can't.
If Claire ends up murdering Desmond, how do I respond to that statement? Because now it's ironically funny. I have no idea, right?
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I can't. There's no way to react in any circumstance. Like, I can't react the same way when you do predict things right, because then you'll catch on when you predict things right. I can't react the same way when you get things wrong, because then you'll catch on and be like, oh, obviously I'm off the path here. And I don't want anything to be spoiled.
No. I feel like this is good too, because when they never interact, it's even better. It's just like they never actually talk to each other, and that's pretty much it.
Maybe that's what happens. Who could say?
Who could?
Who could never be sure? You ever watch The Kroll Show?
Yes.
That's what that's from. I say it all the time. The publicity bits where they're like publicists and they're both named Liz.
Oh, yes.
Nick Kroll and Jenny Slate. And who can never be sure?
I always remember the basketball when he does the referee thing.
Wow. We're certainly the age that we are.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss anything. I did love Jen. I know that we talked about this already from the back end, but I did love that Jen immediately was like, well, I'm going to go save my friend Michael.
They are friends.
They're friends. And he said that they're friends. He said, well, Michael's my friend. Aw.
I knew you were going to say that. I wrote down, Jen and Michael are friends? Oh, because I knew you were going to do that.
Oh, I just think that's nice. Do you have anything to say about Geronimo Jackson?
Am I supposed to?
No.
Okay.
Just for the fans at home. I know it's like
Is that so it's a real band?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I didn't even.
It's a real band, and it's a real, like, very obscure band. Like, it makes sense that Charlie goes, oh, I'm a huge music guy, and I've never heard of these, or whatever he says.
Well, I hope I hope they got some royalties.
But it's like, a lost touch point. I think that some of them went missing. Or something crazy like that.
From the band?
Yeah. Something crazy. There's some kind of crazy lore about the band that I don't know.
I was hoping they got paid, because they mentioned them
I hope so too.
4 or 5 times. I was like, well, it's a pretty big show. You get a little money for this.
The combination for the gun room is 25, 29, 40. I don't think that means anything. But
all of that was happening real quick, but there was like 4 or 3 shots from the gun from Michael, and they were like, what is it, 7? There were a ton of numbers that were happening in the middle of this episode.
None of them were. It was 25, 29, 40. I did buy gas yesterday, and I managed to do 23, 42, which is what I always try to get, but a lot of times, it's like a couple cents a second. You can't always make it work, but I did yesterday. I liked it when Sawyer was like, good thing I'm traveling with my doctor.
That was a really good one.
Isn't he so cute? He always has something precious to say.
They are really, really finding their stride.
Lost?
No,
Jack and Sawyer? K-I-S-S-I-N-G.
Nasty. Kate and Sawyer.
Oh, yeah. They're cute right now.
They're very cute right now. Everything's working.
They're really
perfectly.
Sweet. And I love Sawyer taking a nap.
Yeah.
And her coming to wake him up and go, you need to change your bandages.
Just toss food on him.
Yeah.
But I also liked that Jack was like getting jealous. He's straight up
he's
treating.
super jealous. He's like honestly middle school jealous when
Yeah.
he was like, yeah, I know. You love her. Dude.
And he's like,
calm
can
down.
you slow down?
We're
He's
on
like,
a mission.
He's sprinting because he just wants to hurt Sawyer. Kate and Sawyer are finding their stride a little bit.
Yeah. They're cute. They're very cute. I don't think I have anything. I did hate Charlie, but we already talked about that.
That's like
That pissed me off. Charlie Pace.
That's like an evergreen note. You just write that every week, no matter what.
I can't say that. I liked that when they got locked in for 7 minutes in heaven, Jack and John in the gun closet. John was not worried about it at all for a little bit. He was like, well, shit happens. Yeah, I bolted that shut so we can't get out there. Whatever. The button. Like he did not care until he remembered the button. I thought that was just really good John Luck writing.
Yeah.
It's perfect. That's exactly what he would do. Good job, guys.
And he was like, how long have I been out? 20 minutes. And then I thought Jack did the exact Locke thing. Well, better hope Sawyer comes, gets his bandage.
Yeah.
And he kind of like put what Locke says right back on top of him.
Yeah.
Because Locke's freaking out about everything. He's like,
yeah,
well, let me give you a little piece of advice. I was like, I was kind of excited to see what are we going to do?
Right.
Locke, John.
And they did make
Shut up.
And it was all fine. Fuck, I just had something. Oh, when Locke goes, well, who are we to tell anyone what they can or can't do? That's kind of to your credit on the Jack thing. Like, everyone's following Jack. Why are they following Jack?
Don't tell
Locke
me.
has a point about
Don't tell me what I can't do.
Don't tell me what I can't do. And about, like, maybe they're not needing to be that kind of oversight for the Losties. Maybe people should be able to do what they want to do. And we take care of who we can take care of instead of running off in the jungle after Michael when he's doing what he wants to do.
Yeah, and I feel like maybe it's Anthony problem. I gravitate to people like Locke in this situation, and especially in this episode, because he is leading off of action.
Yeah.
And not verbally leading. Like, just Jack can just say whatever he wants, and then everyone has to do it. Locke is trying to make reasonable decisions, and that feels like someone we should be following. But Jack's like, you know what? We're going to go find it. And then he looks at him at one point and he says, what are you going to do?
Right. What is going to happen when we catch up with Michael and he doesn't want to come back with us? Like, what's the next step?
Yeah.
And that's real.
That feels like what
he's a grown man.
That's what a leader would say. What are you going to do?
He's a grown man looking for his missing son. What on earth are we going to do to convince him to come back home without him?
I kind of wish he would have asked that before they got all the way out there. But,
right,
you know.
Right. But then they couldn't have met Zeke.
Yeah, I know. I have
Our good friend Zeke and his beard.
I have to remember sometimes it's a TV show.
It is. It is unfortunately a TV show, which is rough.
Yeah.
Because I would thrive on that island. Pow.
You would. I thought about it for a second, and you probably would.
I'd be fine.
I'd be dead in like 2 seconds.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I'd be laying next to,
I worry sometimes you might be too nice. But then you look at Hurley. Hurley's the nicest guy around. He's doing great.
I know, but I feel like I'd be too involved.
Yeah.
Like Hurley's
very involved. He's always going on trips and stuff. It's not usually like his trip, but he will come along and put himself in danger for, Jack's trip or Locke's trip or Kate's trip or whatever.
Yeah, you would thrive on the island.
Except the issue is that I would be Boone. Because I would immediately start following Locke, no problem. Be like, yeah, I'm hitching my whole wagon to this guy. He knows what it's about. And then I get crushed by a plane or whatever.
I feel like
But no, because I would listen to Locke when he told me to get out of the plane. I would say, oh, yes, sir. I'm coming right down. Thank you. You're right.
Okay, can I throw something at you?
Throw it.
I think I would be Jen.
Yeah.
I think I would keep to myself, but be helpful in certain moments. I don't know. I don't know.
You just said that you would be really involved, and then you thought about it, and you decided you wouldn't be.
No, but
he's involved.
He's super involved.
Yeah.
He went on the raft, and then he did all the things with the others. On Lucia,
even before that, he was like one of the main sources of food because he's fishing.
So he's very involved, but he's not involved with the mains. He's just involved.
Yeah, I can see that.
You can't tell me that he is not involved.
He is. Yeah. Yeah.
Who would I be? Right now, who would I be?
I've told you that you're Desmond, dude. I don't know what to tell
I haven't seen him in a while. I need somebody else.
Oh, God.
Who am I so far? Until he comes?
I don't know.
If you say Charlie, I'm jumping across.
It would never be Charlie.
I'm jumping
I'll tell you
across
that
the
right now.
table,
Why
bud.
would it be Charlie? I could see it being Hurley just for how like kind and friendly you are. I think that you would be like the first to make friends with people on the island and to like make a joke and alleviate, some stress for people, which is what Hurley's doing. But you're kind of a Hurley hater, which disgusts me and makes me so sick.
Demonstrably not true.
You talk shit about Hurley all the time.
That is not true.
You're like, when is Hurley going to matter? When am I supposed to start giving a fuck about Hurley? And
I feel like the first part of what you just said, I did say, when is Hurley going to matter?
And then I started embellishing.
Yeah, you did.
But
my
point stands.
It doesn't stand.
It does.
No, it doesn't. No, he does matter.
I should be able to protect my son from you questioning him.
But you just called me him. So,
right.
And
I don't know if you deserve that because you've talked shit about him. Even though he's my guy. He's my boy. He's
my boy too. I thought he was going to be more involved.
He's so involved. Right. Okay, whatever. Who else? Who would I be? I just say I'm Boone because I would be following Locke around.
Okay, I have an answer.
You're gonna say some bullshit, and
I'm not gonna say some. I'm not gonna say some bullshit.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say some bullshit.
Okay.
You're Kate.
At least it's not Ana Lucia.
No. You literally
I would
share
die before I was a cop.
0 traits with Ana Lucia.
Right.
Not even close.
I don't even get mad.
No,
But I also don't run or.
But no, you're definitely Kate.
Center myself in love triangles.
You're Kate.
I don't think I'm Kate.
You're not, but if you had to pick someone who you are most like, probably what I would go with.
Yeah.
But I don't know who.
Who I think I am hasn't shown up yet, so I will really accept any answer. But I kind of struggle to see Kate.
Okay, but you have to. Okay, so here is what I'm going off of. You're not Claire.
That's true.
You're definitely not Shannon.
That's true. I don't have to be a female character, I don't think.
Okay, all right.
Just in terms of like personality not being attached to gender. But I think that, yeah, if you were just looking at the ladies on the island, I would probably be Kate.
If we're going non-gender...
I'm Sawyer, right? I'm just kidding.
Saeed.
I'm not cool enough to be Saeed. I've never killed a man or been in the military or been that hot. I don't know.
Yeah, you're Saeed.
Okay, I'll accept it. I'm going to learn how to fight and shoot guns and stuff. And then
just
I'll be
kidding.
Saeed.
You are a mix between Ana Lucia and Charlie.
Oh, fuck yourself.
I knew you would like that. So,
yeah, I'll be Saeed. I'll be Kate. I'll be
okay. Sorry
whoever
about
you
that.
want me to be. I was being really nice to you. I said, you're Hurley because you're so nice to everybody and you're so fun to be around.
I said you were
and
Kate.
everyone. I know.
You got mad at me.
I didn't get mad at you. I just slightly disagreed and you called me Ana Lucia.
But I don't really...
I personally don't see the traits that I would hold with Kate. But I am...
No, but
not the most self-aware person in the world, and I know that.
If we're going non-gender, then you're definitely Saeed.
Okay.
I feel like you're strong-headed, you're focused, you're purposeful, and I feel like we would be able to lose you, and you would just start doing whatever you wanted to do. You know?
Maybe, yeah.
We wouldn't know
I'm kind of
exactly
independent. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of and I feel like he has his own. drive, his own motivation. And
For
I feel like,
sure.
all right, we're going to lose Shelby. She's going her
At some
own way.
point, I'm going to go rogue. Okay. Well, next week, we will rejoin our friends on the island for season 2, episode 12, Fire and Water. This is a Charlie episode.
Okay.
Right.
I was wondering what. I was wondering.
It's a Charlie episode. It's a Jack Bender episode, who I always talk about like
Your favorite.
he's great. He did all the season finales. He did most of the season premieres and like the really important episodes in between. Like he's the guy. This is my least favorite Jack Bender episode. And when we talked about Jack Bender a couple weeks ago and I was talking him up so much, I was like, this is going to suck because the next episode we watch by Jack Bender is Fire and Water. It's all right. It's not the worst. It's not the worst episode, but we'll just have to wait and see.
Okay.
Let's land this plane in Maine.
Take us home.
In Stephen
love
King's
Maine.
backyard. Wave out the window. Wave out the window at Stephen while we crash into his backyard. Sorry.
Are
land.
the windows open?
Land. No, the engine's just on fire, so it's making a lot of noise right now. Be patient with me. And then you pull up the thing, and that makes the wheels come out. That's my favorite part. And then... Then I put it in park. I assume that you have got to do that with your plane, same as with a car. And we're here, and it's beautiful. Thank you so much for watching with us
Thank you.
for listening to us talk about it. And we'll see you next week when we talk about Charlie and some more Lost. Thank you.
Thank you.